Are you looking for a new job? Well, there's a secret to making companies fall in love with your candidacy, and I'm joined by the expert Bill Humbert, recruiter guy. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Maddie. It's great to be here.
It's always so lovely to have you each and every morning to talk about all of these wonderful possibilities. So if someone's looking for a new job, how do they get the company to fall in love with them?
You know, love is such an important thing. And too often, the candidates don't understand that companies really want them to succeed. And my business, I've been a recruiter for over 40 years, and I'm the leading organic result for talent attraction consultant. My perspective is different than other people. And today, what we're going to do is give you 3 steps, just three, to help you learn to make me love you.
Now, what is step number one?
Step number one, it's easy to say, hard to do. Step number one is network your way into the company that you want to work and go as high into the organization as you can. So if you can get all the way up to a vice president to recommend to one of his or her hiring managers that they talk to you, isn't that a good idea?
It's a great idea, but come on, Bill, it can't be that easy. What should top candidates consider?
So, Maddie, think about this for 1 second. That's all you're going to take. If a vice president hands you, and you're the hiring manager, a resume or forwards it to you on email, and they say, I recommend that you talk to this person, is the manager going to say, no?
Then what's next?
Well, what's next is, you know, line up 3 managers who really know your work ethic and your experience, especially where it applies to this job, and ask them if they would be references for you. And if you find out that the company does not allow their managers to do reference checks, and more companies are not doing so, ask them to write a letter of recommendation for you. And then you take it with you to your interview.
And what is your third and final recommendation for us?
Well, what we all want to do as candidates is we want companies to love us, right?
Yes.
And I spent a lot of time last night working with Canva to make this happen. So I want you to appreciate
I
that.
do appreciate it. We love the love that's going on here.
So the morning after, send a card, a thank you note to each person who interviewed you. So make sure you get their cards so you get their names right. And send them a note of appreciation saying, I appreciate the time you spent with me. And number two, I just want you to know that I'm very interested in working with you and helping you to make positive, measurable impacts. And I guarantee you, very few people write thank you notes anymore, and it's going to raise you up another level, and they'll love you for that.
I think that's a great tip. Now, people are lucky enough to get to hear you speak. So where are you going to be speaking coming up here soon?
I'm speaking at major universities and high schools. It's important for high school students to get a job as soon as possible. And I know a lot of parents today say, oh, I want them to study. Well, it's important for them to get that work ethic during their high school years, because if they wait until college, it's too late. So it's important for high school students to get out there and learn the importance of a new job or of any job. And I don't care what it is. And then the second thing is when you get to college, you have to start immediately working towards determining if what you think is your career path is the one you want to do, or B, this is what I want to do, and get the internships to do that. And managers love to see, they love to see candidates that have worked in their industry previously.
Bill, thank you so much for always giving us all this information. Now, if someone wants to be fortunate enough to talk to you, get your advice, and hear what you have to say, how can they get in touch with you?
Well, the first thing I would suggest that they do is they pick up my most recent book that got a 5-star review, Expect Success, The Science of the Over 50 Career Search. Don't worry about that over 50 stuff. The 5-star review said this applies to everybody, and it does. Secondly, go to my website, RecruiterGuy.com, and just go through it, and you can see what I speak on. You can see what I write on. You can see a lot of the television interviews, especially the ones from Deerfield Media. And you will see that I have lots of different things that will help you in your job search. And you can always hit that red banner on my homepage that says Speak with Bill. Find a time on my calendar that works for you, and we'll talk.
Bill, again, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us and always sharing your wealth of knowledge when it comes to either hiring the perfect candidate or being the perfect candidate.
Thank you, Maddie. It's fun to be here. I love sharing my knowledge.
Make sure that you check out RecruiterGuy.com. That way you can get this wealth of knowledge at your fingertips, and you can even have the opportunity to chat with Bill himself. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.